Hi, Armen. How are you?
Hey Annie, I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm super excited. First of all, we are both in the same country, which I did not expect. So we both have this beautiful sun behind us as it's the afternoon. Today we're going to talk about rank and rent and topical authority. I haven't had these two topics together, so I'm very excited to have you on the show and share with us your experience. But before we dive in, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Sure, yeah. I'm Armen. I'm the CEO of Acero Digital and also of Solicitors Marketing. We provide SEO support and link building support to various different businesses, including businesses that work in the SaaS, cybersecurity, real estate, and blockchain spaces. And we also have another wing of our agency that only deals with UK law firms, providing the same kind of SEO content and link building support.
Amazing. So in this episode today, we're gonna talk a little bit about rank and rent and topical authority. So would you like to share with us your favorite case study where you were able to get a ton of traffic and conversion to your clients?
Sure, yeah. I think one of I've like two recent case studies that are worth noting. Like the first one was growing a UK law firm over the course. It was a long-term client, but basically taking them from getting like 200 or 300 people a day to getting them like 5,000 visitors a day. And obviously doing it in a systematic way where where they are getting the right traffic, people who are asking them the right questions and giving them setting them up to actually convert them as clients. And another example is a rank and rent site that we started building 6 months ago, which is now getting about 500 visitors a day and getting about 150 leads a month. So we're quite excited about that particular project. Yeah, so these are two things that I'm quite proud of. My team and I have been working on in recent times.
What was the strategy behind those two? I know you mentioned that you also do a lot of topical authority strategies, but was it combined with the rank and rent, or what was there a separate strategy for it?
So the rank and rent, that was topical authority and link building, but also getting the right people on board at the right time. So actually having proper experts on the website. Beginning from the very start, because one of the main problems with rank and rent is actually, you're not in this industry. Like, you're an SEO guy, you're not like a dentist, you're not a plumber, you're not this, you're not that, you're just a marketer. So like, you got to actually get those people on the About Us page. You have to actually have them kind of authoring some of your blogs. You got to show those EEAT signals at the right time, and that the right time is from the start. So we actually had some kind of outreach process, getting the right people on the website at the right time. And obviously link building was a massive part of it as well, like building really good links to this website from high authority sites that had like relevant kind of sections on it, relevant to the niche that we were ranking in. And these two things combined, and having like a really good like technical structure with internal links that actually make sense when search engines crawl the website. Just these kinds of best practices were what we concentrated on, and we just did it over and over again for months and months and months. And like the expertise factor, having the people on the site was probably like 30% of the win, because without them it wouldn't have been taken seriously. So it's about having those experts on the site and then also implementing a really solid SEO and link building strategy as well.
Amazing. I also noticed that often for SEOs, the hardest part is getting those subject matter experts on board with the whole project. Often they have no idea what we're doing, and I still haven't cracked the code how to communicate with them properly to like, hey, we need to make this work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I tell you, the secret is you give them free leads, at the beginning. Like, at the beginning, you've got nothing to offer, actually. You've just got an idea, you've got a vision, you've got an idea, and you have to put in some time, like reaching out to them on LinkedIn, booking calls with them, convincing them that you are the real deal, basically, and this is one day going to be a big thing. And then saying to them, right now, you're in it for free. Like, any leads we get at the beginning, you get them for free. So this is our strategy. I don't know, so other people might have other strategies, but to be honest, like, it's hard to sell something from nothing sometimes. So you've got to just give that initial value for free. And then when it actually starts to get valuable, then you start to charge by like X amount of leads cost this amount of money, and like you'll notice the fact that like you gave them so many free leads, and like the value is there, that they understand that you're serious. Like they will more than likely be ready to like pay you when the time is right. So this is what we've found, but it's really difficult. I have to be honest with you. Renting websites is hard. It's harder than renting apartments for sure. So definitely. I don't rent apartments, but like if I did, I'd probably be more successful than renting. Probably rent more
Well, you can
apartments.
transfer those skills now. You know what I mean? You know, like it's the time to transfer those skills. Like, but you're right. Like, some people look at rank and rent as a quick way to make money. Just rank the site, find a person, sell per lead. But then one part of rank and rent is like, what if the person doesn't fulfill? Then what happens, right? Like the customer, is that on your shoes, or is that your problem now? Or is that the SME's problem?
Exactly, and not every lead is going to be a good lead. I got to be honest with you. Like, you know, there's going to be a percentage of those leads that are literally just people that are just asking a question, or they're sending messages to like 20 different companies that do the same thing, and they just want the cheapest price. That kind of stuff is also happening. So we have to be realistic. Like, I don't like to rent. I like to just rent a site to one person. If that's possible, I would rather do that. If someone can just pay me X amount of money every month for a site, and like, you know, you just they get the leads and you get the money, and it doesn't matter if they're killing it with those leads. As far as we're concerned, like if we're getting a good chunk of money like for the actual rent, that's good enough for us. But I know that other people in the industry do it totally differently to that. So testing strategies is probably really important in this as well.
Yeah, I know it wasn't a part of my question set, but like, do you have some sort of list of niches that you would avoid completely for rank and rent?
To avoid, I mean, like things like plumbers, electricians and stuff, I feel like it's been done so much, so I would avoid those. But to be honest, there's probably loads of opportunities in those as well, but I just think that is such an obvious rank and rent model. You know, electrician in Manchester, plumber in like Richmond, like this kind of stuff, all of these exact match domains, they probably have already been bought, or they have been built. But you know what, like there's a lot of money to be made in those as well. I like to go after slightly different niches. I like to go after more kind of service-based stuff, accountants, and like, you know, like kind of this kind, like I'll give you one example. I don't want to name too many niches because you know, like a lot of SEOs are probably going to watch this. So yeah, I like to go over. I like to go after more high value things.
Okay, makes sense.
Accountancy practices would be one. So you know, you've got like something which is quite, you know, it's you're thinking outside of the box there. That's not what everyone would go after as a rank and rent. It's not as easy. The content wouldn't be as easy. The expertise wouldn't be as easy. And showing that trust factor won't be as easy either. So it's more challenging.
You know, this is such an intrusive thought, but you were mentioning high value service-based people, and I was just thinking of Elsa for rent, or Taylor Swift for rent, like a person who acts as. So, I think a good friend of mine rented a person who came to a birthday party dressed up as Elsa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, can I make a business out of it? I find 3 blonde girls who like to sing and dress up, and I'm renting them out as Elsa on birthday parties, or Taylor Swift's.
Yeah, that's really thinking outside of the box, to be honest.
There you go.
There could be a nice market there for you, you know, if you were to try and go into that.
I'm going to look for the search volume after this. Or like, you guys should do it now.
You got to go into the exact match domain. You should, after this call, you should do some Namecheap research.
But one thing about rank and rent is I think it's also based on a lot of it on location. So maybe electrician and plumbers, you said, are overdone maybe in the UK. Do you see that more like in the UK? But now you live all over the place, and maybe you've checked out other niches, maybe in Da Nang, Vietnam.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be like the need for the English speaking plumber wherever you are. For example, like maybe someone will need an English speaking plumber at some point. So English speaking plumber danang.vn, something like that, might actually rank and rent pretty well. I mean, there's a lot of native English speakers here. But there is loads of opportunities for those niches as well. I just think that like sometimes when I type these things into the UK, when we're doing our market research, we can identify rank and rents. Not that all of them are rank and rents, but we can kind of think that, oh, that looks like a rank and rent to us. So I feel like in London especially, like the market is quite saturated.
Okay.
There might also be plenty of opportunities that we missed.
Yeah, makes sense. I want to talk a little bit about Topical Authority. I've taken Koray Tugber's class on Topical Authority, and that's when I stopped doing SEO altogether. Like just saying it out loud, like it's just too much. It was too much for me. It was like, wow, now I understand, but now I don't want to do it. So here we are. That's just me. I know a lot of people have great successes with the Topical Authority and stuff. But in the case of rank and rent, there's only so much you can talk about in a niche because it's so specific and location and service. How do you approach Topical Authority and rank and rent? Is it easier? Is it harder?
I don't think it's that relevant, to be honest, to a lot of to some niches. To some niches, it's not that relevant. To some niches, what's more relevant is like directory listing links, reviews, like some kind of reviews, some kind of experts on the website, actual people, professionals who actually do these jobs, not like fake people. That there can be some kind of crawl trail between your website and a real business and a real person who does something. I think Topical Authority is definitely like going to drive kind of like traffic as well through like blog articles and stuff like this. But I think if you just went at it from a Topical Authority viewpoint, it's not going to perform locally as well. But to be honest, sometimes, like depending on the niche, like sometimes if you were doing it for like a highly informational kind of niche, like accounting and stuff like that, like Topical Authority is really important. So it really depends like what you're doing, and like it really depends what a competition is doing and the kind of value that they're adding on their websites. You kind of have to replicate what they're doing, but you need to like you're an SEO, right? So you're not like a plumber or an electrician or anything like that. So you do actually need to find these people to be on your website. It would help you way more. I think back in the day you could have just faked these people easier, but now I think it's harder to do that. So you need real people on your website. I think that's what really drives it. Like it's the standard EEAT factors that make it work.
Yeah, 100%. I've tried to do some fake accounts before, and I'll tell you guys, it's hard. It's hard. Like X and LinkedIn, they are really hunting down fake accounts, and they just block you right away. Facebook doesn't even let you like start a new account. Like it's like crazy. Which honestly, I see it as a good thing because it's just so easy to do a fake AI image, like just do an AI image of a random person. So it's so easy now to create content. So I'm actually kind of happy that these platforms are restricting and doing some quality metrics into account to make sure that nobody's like fake and stuff. I know that there are a lot of people still getting away with fake LinkedIn accounts. I can tell which one is fake, but I don't know how long that will last.
There are still a lot of fake accounts out there, but like you said, things are changing. Things are definitely, everyone's cracking down on everyone wants like real kind of activity, real engagement, real value to be provided. So these things I feel like they have a sell by date.
For local businesses, thinking about link building, for local businesses, I know that citations work well at doing the bare minimum to like even the social accounts established and stuff. But outside of those local link building techniques, do you see anything new that will become more important for us now and in the future?
Just also contextual link building, like getting your website mentioned like on proper like actual websites, not just directory listings. I think that those are good to like set the foundation, but like you do actually need like good kind of DRDA kind of links that have like genuine traffic, that are ranking with genuine keywords, that are powerful. Link insertions on pages that already get traffic is really effective. I would say it's more effective than just posting a guest post on the same site, even though a guest post on the same site will help you. But I feel like if you put your brand, put a link to your website on a page that's already getting traffic, will get the referral traffic, some of it, and you also everything will be crawled and credited faster to your website from what I've seen. So we try and do kind of link insertions on websites that make sense, but also on pages that also have traffic if we can. But if not, then like we just go for guest posts on good websites that are relevant, and we kind of stick to those two techniques. We do a little bit of tiered stuff where we build links from other websites to links that to guest posts that we have linking to our money pages or things like that. But yeah, we do that less frequently. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Do you think digital PR is a good measure for local businesses, rank and run sites, or?
Yeah, can be. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you have the budget for that kind of thing, yeah, absolutely. Or if you know how to do it using platforms, certain platforms, and journalists kind of finding platforms, or giving your expert commentary to journalists that need advice and stuff like this. Yeah, it's highly effective. If you can land those kinds of links, those are going to drive your growth faster for sure.
It's amazing. Yeah. So currently, how many sites do you guys manage, or how are you able to keep up with the workload?
We've got like 10 rank and rents at the moment.
Wow.
Not all of them are rented at the moment, but we're building like another 10 or 15 on as we are moving. We've got like 10 complete sites, but like we're building like between 10 and 15 more sites right now, so it's quite like intense. We don't have a very big team. We're quite a boutique agency, so we're just doing this off our own backs. It's like, it's a fun side project. We know where we're going, we know what we're doing, and we've already produced results in quite a few of them. Now the process is all about actually perfecting how to rent these out. The hardest things to do is to actually rent them out, and then scale the rest of them as time goes on. And we don't have like 100 sites like some people do. We're not like scaling to that level. Maybe one day we will, but like right now we're trying to just keep it focused, keep it manageable, and just trying to like get as much value out of what we've got going on without taking on too much and it not working very well.
Yeah. And that makes sense. I like the way you emphasize that, quality over quantity, basically. I don't believe that you should do more just for the sake of doing more. I agree with your strategy altogether. Do you have multiple niches? You don't have to share the niche, of course, but like, would you recommend for someone who's scaling, or should we be scaling in the niche that we know, or should we like try out other niches?
Usually do we got multiple niches. We do a bit of research and we go after opportunities that we identify, but we've got some in the same niches, some that are even competing with each other actually. So we have like one or two which are actually on page one at the same time for like similar things, even though they have different focuses, there are overlaps where they're both kind of ranking. So we have that kind of thing going on, but we're quite spread across niches.
Amazing. One thing, you know what I was thinking, like when you mentioned that you have like 10 sites and then you want to add 10 more, does it mean that you're essentially building 10 more brands? Because each site is a different brand. Do you find it hard to scale and come up with different brand concepts or something?
Not really, no. I mean, we use kind of the same theme structure on WordPress for pretty much every site. and we make the logo and the branding. Each one looks different. None of them look the same. They all look different.
Okay.
They all have different logos, color schemes, etc. They all have different social media accounts. We automate the social media strategy by using make.com and certain automations that basically scan the blogs and then post them to social media every couple of days. So if that whole thing the whole social signal thing was probably one of the most annoying parts of this. When you're building these things at scale, a lot of people don't even bother with social media, but it does help. Like having social signals for your website does help with regards to like your just general brand building. SEO is at this level now where you need to kind of look like you're building a brand, even though you don't have a lot of followers on these social media accounts. The fact that like they're happening and they're posting is quite valuable for your overall kind of brand authority. So like, that was one of the most annoying things, was to actually have separate social media strategies for each website. But automation has helped us solve that. So like we are basically just automating social media strategies across most of them. And
That's fantastic. Do you have a tutorial for that? Like someone to learn how to use Make?
Yeah, I have a video on it. It's not very good. It was actually one of my first videos on YouTube, so I'm thinking of redoing it.
I'm gonna link it down. Send it to me. I'm gonna link it down in the description. Like just send this traffic to you. Like of course, yeah.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
But I've released the template and everything. Like you can just download the template, upload it to your Make, and like you can just add all your accounts. And obviously you've got to change various things, but yeah, it's ready. It's more or less plug and play. So
Yeah, perfect. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. So you have a tutorial to watch after this one on how to automate your social media. Because it's a pretty tedious task. I mean, I also use I use Publer to automatically push out posts on different platforms, so I don't have to like constantly log in and copy and paste and stuff. But what you're saying is like on a way next level thing. I don't have the patience to kind of do this. So if I have a tutorial, I would love to watch that as well. You mentioned that your agency is based in London. Like, does your rank and rent only limit you to UK? Are you able to do it in multiple countries?
we also do it in the US. So it's UK and the US. We're actually split pretty evenly between these two places. So we do both. Yeah, but more in the UK. In the UK we're going after more of these like high ticket niches, and in the US it's more of the the kind of standard stuff like the electrician, the plumber, and all this kind of thing.
I see. Amazing. All right, and I want to ask the final question that I ask really cool guests on the show. Is you look like you have a lot of experience under your belt, and my final question is, if you were to go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I used to like work in quite a corporate job in the European. I used to work in politics. I used to work in like this European Parliament in Brussels ages ago when I was in my early 20s, and I didn't have a mindset where you could just I didn't have this mindset that I have now, where like you can teach yourself things and excel in things that you're basically passionate about. I kind of just thought, you have a good job, you just stay in this job, and like, you'll just go up in this job and this kind of thing. So I guess just believing that you can actually change the course of like what you're up to if you're really up for it and you really like want to learn, and you just put the time in, and like you're quite like you just really test like what works, and you see what works, and you just like learn more about how that works and how to scale that and this kind of stuff. Like this kind of mindset was something that like I didn't have when I was like 10 years ago. So I would have like believed that I could change my course like more probably like earlier, because I feel like if I had entered the SEO industry like 3 or 4 years earlier than I did professionally, like there was more to get out of it at that time. You would have beaten a lot of the new technologies and been able to scale in ways that you can still do, but I would say that like there's so much filtration across different marketing channels now that SEO is still important. But like, I mean, some people just have TikToks, for example, Like, you know, they
Yeah.
don't have like, websites. So, you know, people are just killing it on TikTok and getting loads of leads for their dentist business or whatever. So like this kind of stuff is also happening where, so I guess like, yeah, just like know that you can change, and like if you're passionate about something, just go after it.
Amazing. I think this was a great lesson for me too. That you have like basically look into yourself and believe that you can change your circumstances. So it's not like your circumstances come to you.
Yeah.
I think that's a powerful message. And of course, if people would like to find you, if people would like to reach out to you, how can they find you?
I think LinkedIn would be the most direct way, or you can just go to our website www.acero.digital and send us an email. But if you actually want to connect with me personally, I would advise that you connect with me on LinkedIn. I share a lot of content there, and like I share all of my all of our results, case studies, developments, everything goes there. So that would be a good place to keep up to date with what we're up to.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Armen.
Thank you.
Hey.
See you later.